Okay, Alex, do you want to show up? Do you want to? Do you have it on like an Excel sheet or something?
I have it on notes.
Do you want to screen share and get it up then?
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay, good. Because I have a bit of a meme on mine,
Okay.
so I kind of want to save it for last. So I'm interested
okay.
to see who you have on your Olympic roster.
I'll just put it on a Word document, make it
Okay.
easier.
Good.
So it looks clean once Microsoft Words decides it wants to open.
While Alex is getting that up, 3-year, 6.5. Mike, what do you think of the Reinhardt deal?
Pretty good.
And that's the analysis you came here for.
Well, what top?
Pretty good.
No, I think it's a really good deal. I mean,
No,
What
go
just
ahead.
happened?
I'll just
Okay.
wait. Go ahead.
yeah, I think it was a really good deal. I mean, that's a team that's been, they did really well with with great depth and great defense, like offensive, defensive wise. But I think they could have used a bit more like actual firepower. Barkov, Huberto, obviously two of the best guys to do it. But now on that power play, you can throw in Sam Reinhart there. I think that's awesome. I think they'll be. Honestly, they're going to be a threat in the Atlantic for the Maple Leafs, the team that I'm not cheering for. But they're going to have a tough time making it to the playoffs. So look at Alex's face.
So, Alex, why don't you walk us through? How about do you want to go through your goalies, your defensemen, then forwards?
You have Mitch Marner on.
I was about to say because we need to talk about you having Marner on the top line at Team Canada.
Just
Okay,
wait.
so you
Just
want to
let
walk
me
us through?
explain. Let me
Okay,
explain.
so yeah, go.
No. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear your
okay.
reasoning.
All right, yeah,
For
take note.
McDavid
Take
and
us.
for Marner. I don't think he deserves to be on the first line. I just think he would.
But he's
fit-
on your first line.
I'm like,
Okay,
just
for
wait
for
30
people who are
seconds.
just like listening and don't have.
I'm
the
gonna read
video,
out the line
Yeah,
if you guys
yeah.
let me.
I'm trying to, but Mike keeps going.
Mike
"Oh,
just
go, go."
Mike just keeps talking.
Oh, so you guys invite me onto this podcast to yell at me?
No, I wanted the great in-depth analysis. I got he's good.
So hurry up and read it.
Okay, McKinnon, McDavid, and Marner. So I just think that's pure offense, and Marner will get literally everyone the puck, and that's why he's on the first line.
And McDavid's the centerman.
McDavid is the center, yeah. Then I have Marchand, Crosby, and Bergeron because I just think that's just going to be a nasty line to play against. And then you need a shutdown line, right? So you got Sean Couturier, who's won the Selke, Ryan O'Reilly, who's won the Selke, and Mark Stone, who deserves to win the Selke. And then just three guys at the bottom in Stamkos, Tavares, and Point. And again, just pain in the ass to play against. And I put Stamkos there because he's just going to be great on the power play.
I think that's fair.
Is that
Let's try
fair
to do
reasoning for having Marner on this team, or is that not good enough for you, Mike?
It's your team, man.
I
And
don't
there
know
we
what
go.
that means. And then my extras are Suzuki, Scheifele, and Barzell.
I'm interested that you put Suzuki on because people
I
have
am too. What the hell?
been. I wasn't going to go there, Mike. But
What did he
there-
say?
People. He said, "What the hell?" People have been pushing for. There's been a wave with Suzuki being up there.
Why not put him on there? He goes for, even if he doesn't play, the experience.
Hey, I would trust me. I'd be very okay with it. I'd be so happy to see him there. Do you want to go through your defensemen?
Sure. I got Shea Theodore and Alex Pietrangelo. They played together in Vegas for a bit. Could work. Maybe. Who knows? Riley and Makar. Because why the hell not? And then Shabbat and Dougie Hamilton.
Okay.
And then Ekblad and Jacob Chikrin. Chikrin, again, experienced. I doubt he would play, but he's there.
Okay.
And then goalies, I got Price, obviously. Do I actually have to explain? Fleury, again, do I actually have to explain? And then I was a toss-up. Should I send a young guy or should I just bring in a third veteran? And I said, I'm going to bring in the third veteran, Darcy Kemper, who I always forget is Canadian.
I know it sounds Swedish.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Okay.
my Team Canada.
I do like it, Alex. I do like it. We have some similarities, but you and I have some great differences, by the way. Some very big differences.
Listen, I wouldn't put Marner on the first line if it wasn't a stylistic fit.
I don't have
I'll be
Marner in my
very-
team, period.
That's fair. I've seen plenty of people without Marner.
I will explain it, but I like it. I think it's better than Team USA, obviously. But
Okay.
I do love your super Selke shutdown line.
Oh, I think that'll just be like, I think every line is just going to be a pain to play against.
Okay.
That's what I did.
All right, sweet.
Okay,
here is my Team Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, first off, in net, we have the starter, Carey Price, for obvious reasons. A big game, amazing in any sort of worlds. We've seen that before in the Olympics. Our second goalie is obviously Marc-Andre Fleury, the reigning Vezina. By the way, this is based off right now in the year. Now, you may ask, Adam, why is Carter Hart? Mike just sat up, but I think he saw my fourth line. So the third goalie is Carter Hart. Now, you may be wondering, Adam, his goal saved above average was like -17. Experience, and I want him being around Carey Price. The defenseman, I just think Pietrangelo may be the best Canadian defenseman in the world right now. The way he can take over a game, you saw that in the playoffs. He's there with Adam Pelech, just like a defensive pairing that can do everything. My second pairing is Hamilton and Ekblad. Same sort of reason. I hope Ekblad bounces back like from his injury and still looks good. Makar and Spurgeon. Makar is my puck mover. Spurgeon's my stay-at-home guy. I want to have a nice balance. Now, the two guys I have on the outside looking in are Theodore and Chikrin. Because, like, if you need scoring, those are the guys that go in. A lot of these other guys, except for Spurgeon, because I think Spurgeon's way more defensive than offensive, are, like, can go both ways. And even if Makar isn't the best defensively, Spurgeon will pick up on that. Obviously, Pietrangelo was the A. Now, you may be wondering, Adam, where the hell is Thomas Chabot and where the hell is Morgan Riley? I need Morgan Riley to have back-to-back solid years before I put him in the best defenseman in the league. I just can't do it with him. Like, in the playoffs, he was great, obviously. But his regular season just scared me. So I want more from Riley before I put him on. And I know, like, Theodore, apparently him and Pietrangelo were never on at the same time. So I have them sort of separate. So it's really, but I mean, like, whenever they were playing well.
Yeah, I read the same thing.
Okay, my extra forwards are Tavares, Horvat, and Stamkos. Stamkos is just such a weird player. Horvat, because it's Bo Horvat. Okay, my first line, Captain Crosby, obviously, with Bergeron and Marchand. That's been Team Canada to a point. Speaking of which, my second line, McDavid is going to center Jonathan Huberdeau and Braden Point. I think it doesn't matter with most of Canada's forwards. It doesn't matter what you do. I just have it here. I'm like all of like Point's the trigger man. McDavid does his thing, and Huberdeau's dishing out the puck. My third line, first off, McKinnon gets an A because he's going to make sure no one's eating any bad sweets or anything. He's going to be on the wing. O'Reilly's the centerman purely because I trust him more defensively, and he'll be good on the draws. And Barzal is just it's offensively. All three of those guys can get hold of the puck, and they just won't give it up, and I love it. My fourth line is a meme. Listen, if you want a shutdown line, you do a shut line down properly, ladies and gentlemen. Nazem Kadri, because he's difficult to play against, even if he gets suspended, who cares? Mark Stone as the right winger, and the best shutdown forward in the National Hockey League. Prove me wrong. The fourth line center for Team Canada is Phil Deneau. Let's go.
Like, I hate you.
That's a real fourth line. That's a shutdown
you.
line. We saw what Kadri did against McDavid that one time. He'll do it now. And if he gets suspended, which he probably will, who cares? We got guys to come in. I don't have Marner for the pure fact of on a big stage, I can no longer trust him. Beside that, yeah, Phil Deneau is an Olympian. Obviously, this is a meme, but I had a lot of fun with the fourth line. I showed this to Alex Baumgartner and he's laughed. So, yeah.
The only name I have questions about is Kadri, to be honest. I could see them picking Deneau if they really wanted to. Like, it's an option. I guess depending on how he starts the season, but I can't see them. I just can't see them picking Kadri. Also, I hate to be a party pooper, but Ekblad and Spurgeon are right-handed defensemen, so Team Canada will not play them on the left.
Well, that's why it's my list.
That's fair. Good point.
Mike has just raised his hand in the Zoom call.
Does he have something to say?
Mike.
That fourth line's terrible.
It's shut down,
Anyways.
man. It's shut down. Is that all you had to say? Now you're giving me a clapping emoji for the memes, that joke of the day. He's just playing with emojis now.
Great.
Anyway, there you go. I love it. Now he has a heart. The memes. I love the memes. So now we have some weird contracts, aka.
Oh, so I don't even do my own Team Canada?
Do you have one?
Whoa.
Team USA.
I literally just typed it out
Okay. Do you
and made
want
a
to
team.
then screen share and show us your Team Canada, Mike?
Oh no, it's not on my it's on my iPad.
Okay, that's fine. Just
All right.
say it out loud.
I'll say it out loud. I got McDavid
Mhm.
with McKinnon
Yep.
and Mark Stone.
Okay.
Either Mark Stone or Mark Scheifele. Then number 2, I'm reuniting the MVP line of the World Cup of Hockey.
Okay.
So that's Crosby, Bergeron, Marchand.
Mhm.
Then I got Braden Point.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's on the third line, but he should be much higher. And Jonathan Huberdeau. And Matthew Barzal. And then I got Ryan O'Reilly, Bo Horvat, and Mitch Marner.
Okay. So you're like
Uh, def-
Babcock putting him on the fourth line. I can't wait to
No, he'll probably move
Team
up.
Germany.
I'll probably move him to playing with McDavid. Honestly,
Mhm.
if anyone could play with, you're right. I don't trust him in the big leagues anymore. But I don't know.
Was McDavid?
This is just my draft. Yeah, McDavid is obviously in the first line.
I was just asking.
Oh yeah, you're just asking. Then I got Shea Theodore with Cale Makar. Cale Makar. Did you guys ever realize his name sounds like Macaw? That's actually so funny. Anyways,
There's a legend.
Josh Morrissey
Really?
and Alex Pietrangelo.
All right.
I like Josh Morrissey. I think he's underrated. And then Morgan Riley and Tomas Chabot.
Chabot. I love it. Okay.
The extras would be Drew Doughty. Gotta have him on the team.
So no Dougie Hamilton.
Okay.
And Dougie Hamilton.
We're gonna have the Doughty debate in a second, bud.
Go ahead.
Actually, no. Riley and Dougie Hamilton. Yeah, I'll switch that apart there.
Okay.
And then
You still have Drew Doughty on your team, is what you're saying.
as an extra, if
I'm
someone
just asking-
dies.
I'm just trying to be clear.
Yeah, it's a meme.
Okay.
My starter is Carey, of course. It's gotta be
good.
Carey Price.
Yep.
If he slips up, then I'll throw in Marc-Andre Fleury. And then I'm in a twist. I don't know if I want to throw in Katahat or Darcy Kemper.
Mhm.
I really think it would. Actually, the Olympics is in the winter. Whew. I think I'm going Darcy Kemper.
Okay.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk,
I like it. Who's your captain?
Connor.
I like it. Okay. Okay, so Drew Doughty. So he shouldn't be a regular because I think it's just a pure fact, there are 6 defensemen at least better than him.
Yes.
So I think we have seen, and if we're talking about it, I think if Carey Price again has a crap regular season, if he's the starter at the Olympics, I don't think anyone's going to bat an eye because he can elevate himself. I don't think I've ever I wouldn't question Drew Doughty's ability to step up for some reason. I don't want him in the starting lineup, but I wouldn't be mad if he was a 7th and 8th guy, and all of a sudden if he gets in and shows that he still has it on that bigger stage, I'd be okay with it. Again, not starting. There are better defensemen now,
Yeah.
but like there is something to say that Drew Doughty has been there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he has. I feel like people's view of Drew Doughty has taken, or some of them, has taken a 180. Because I think if you go back a year or two now, it was just Drew Doughty hate. Like ever since he got into that scuffle, we'll call it, with Matthew Tkachuk, it's just everyone's been so anti Drew Doughty. It's weird.
I was literally for Drew Doughty on that one, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, he's overpaid. Yes. I honestly don't think he's that bad though that people make him out to be.
No.
I don't. I think he's played on crap teams with crap defense next to him.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's a fair point. Like, I think this year is going to tell us a lot about Drew Doughty. That looks like maybe the Kings are taking that step forward. Like, obviously, they're not going to be contenders, but they're kind of like New Jersey, that they've got some great young players and they've made some smart moves in the offseason. Ekholm and Dano in that. Yeah. I think it would be-
Arvidsson.
What did I say?
Ekholm. That's
Ekholm.
a completely different thing. No,
is-
I think
yeah.
they're moving to that stage now in their rebuild where the pieces are coming together now. I think they're going to take another step next year, and they're on their way back up. I think it's enormous that they got a center now there behind Kopitar and Dano. I think that's enormous. I think they
One that very well could be better defensively than Selke, Winder, Anze Kopitar is so cool to see on LA. You know what else I'm kind of thinking too is, if there's an odd name out on Team Canada, does it matter? Because if Barry Trotz is running this like a system there, like you can win with anyone the way that guy coaches.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Drew Doughty could play well under Barry Trotz without a question.
Anybody, literally anybody can.
I could
anybody.
be nominated for the Vezina playing under Barry Trotz.
But I think one thing that we haven't brought up yet
What's that?
is that they shouldn't be coaching the team
Why?
Oh my God!
because they
Oh.
why are Canadian coaches on American teams? It should be a Canadian coach.
Okay, so question: who is the best coach in Canada right now?
Okay, I don't know if this is a controversial take, but
No,
I
just
was going to
say it.
say
It's a meme,
I
anyway.
would.
I was gonna say Travis Green.
So by our logic, Travis Green should be the coach of Team Canada because is he Canadian?
Yes.
Yes.
And it's silly how people are getting upset that John Cooper is head coach because he is obviously a coach.
Let me tell
there
all your
actual-
listeners now. I am completely joking when I say
Oh, yeah,
I'm completely
It's
joking.
not like Babcock coached the American team the whole time he was head coach of Team Canada, but whatever.
It's okay.
In fact, he hadn't coached a game for the Leafs when he was head coach of the World Cup team either. So
Yeah.
No, I think he did. I think it was.
Yeah, he did that year.
for a year. It was his
That was the
first
really bad year.
because that was Matthew's first game. Matthew's first game at
Oh, never mind,
Scotiabank
never mind.
was World Cup.
So
No,
that
no,
was their
yeah.
last place finish year.
that's when he said, "Oh yeah, we're going to have this success in Toronto," and then we never did.
You think you're funny, eh? You
That
think
was-
you're funny?
What are you upset about, Mike? You're not even a Leafs
We
fan.
sit back, first round exit. Now we're gonna have a docu-series that's gonna poke fun of us losing again. Oh, but it's okay because Zach Bogosian's driving around in a nice car and Justin Hall's golfing in the back.
Whoa. Yeah, don't throw
But
Zach
Kyle
Bogosian
Dubas
under
is
the
out of
bus.
patience, guys.
Don't throw Zach Bogosian under the bus there, okay?
I'm not mad.
Doesn't
I'm not a
deserve
Leafs
it.
fan.
Doesn't
I'm not
deserve
mad.
it.
I'm not a Leafs fan.
Doesn't
I'm just
deserve
saying. I'm just saying. Alex is a good friend of ours. Why are you trying to be rude to him? Why are you trying to?
Do I look mad?
Yeah. He's mad.